This is Tracy from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to make a cupcake birthday card using the Penny Black Sweet Wishes stamp set. So let's get started. I've got some white cardstock that I'm going to use to stamp my cupcake on. So I'm really loving the versatility of this stamp set. There's so many different types of cards you can make from these. And so for this card, I'm going to need 7 cupcakes. And I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress ink in black. And I will be sure to list all of the supplies below. So I've got a lot of scraps of white cardstock, and I want to make sure I use that. I'm really liking the color scheme that I'll be using for this card, kind of a pink or like a peachy color and a green. And so we're going to color these in. And I'm just going to alternate with the colors. This is a pink R43 Cupcake marker. And I'm going to be coloring in some of these, like the icing. I'm going to color in the pink on some of them. And just be kind of random with it and have fun. I'm going to be cutting these out, so it's okay if I go outside the lines. It's going to look really nice. And if you're like me, I always have these ongoing thoughts of what I want to create in a card. Maybe another one, have some pink icing, and then alternate with some green icing as well. And that black outline is going to make it look really nice too. Okay, and I'm also going to use this is a G02 Spectrum Green. And I'm going to do a couple of those. I'll do all 4 of the remainder ones in green icing. And I think this cherry on top, I'm just going to do that in red. Looking pretty good so far. And I think I'm going to do 3 green and 4 of the peachy pink color icing. That way I'm breaking up some of it, some of the color in this card. And the reason why is because I've got some green here. I think it'll look better with a lot more pink on here. But you just never know. And the nice thing with Cupcakes, and you probably heard me say this before, is that you can layer the color and make it even richer, which is real nice. There's so much you can do. This is such an adorable stamp set. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate and do some of these, the bottom of the cupcake, the holder actually, alternate the colors on the bottom. So all the ones with the greenish icing will have this peachy pink, and that's going to look super cute. You can already tell. And we'll alternate with the green. I'm just going to be careful around the edges here. It's looking pretty good so far. And I have no idea who I'm giving this card to, but I know they're going to like it. I'm trying to build a stash of cards so that I have enough throughout the whole year. And so far, that's looking pretty good. And I think a cherry on top would be nice. And this is the R46 Strong Red. And I'll add some pizzazz to this. Oh, that looks really cute. And I do have another idea that I want to do with this. Okay, on those cupcake holders. Let's see, the green one, I'm going to take my white gel pen, and I'm just going to put some lines, some white lines along here, just to add some character to it. And I'm just going to do it on the green ones. Make it a little bit more vibrant. Yep, that looks perfect. Let's see if you can see that. It's just got a little bit of white on there. That gives it a little bit more character. And we are ready to do some fussy cutting. And this is probably the longest process with making this card, but it's really worth it. Keeping my scraps. It's just easier for me to kind of cut around these and then go back and really cut them. And I'm just going right outside of the black area there. And these scissors are perfect. They're sharp enough, and they're really just small enough to get around those intricate areas. And I'm trying not to cut off that black outline on there. But if that happens, like I did here, I'm just going to take my black Cupcake, let's see, and just kind of outline it just around the outside gently. just really gently. And that way it still has that black border. There's probably another way to do this. So just do what works for you. So I'll just have to be more careful with cutting the others out. But if you have that happen where you cut off that black part, the outline, just use your Cupcake and just go around the edges really gently. And then that puts it back on there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the rest of these, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So now I'm all done with my fussy cutting, and I didn't do too well with it. I had cut off some of the border, and so I just took my black marker, and that worked just fine for me as far as getting that border back on there. So if you're not taking your time with your fussy cutting, you might cut off the border, so just go back over it with a black marker and just trace around it. And so this is what our card is going to look like. And I'm going to put all of the dimensions below so that you can see everything that you'll need to make this card. So my green paper is going to go on top of here like this. And it looks too plain for me. And so I'm going to, using my gel pen again, I'm going to make a border around it just to give it more character. And if you want, you can do little polka dots around the edges. But I really like this, the way the stitching looks. And I'm not being like really perfect with it. And this gel pen is really getting a lot of use, this white gel pen. Okay, that looks good. That's going to sit on top of there like that. Good. Okay, and I'm going to just take my Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive. And I'm still learning how to use this, but I really love the way it adheres to my card base. Okay. And what I did was I took kind of a lighter cardstock, and that's going to be placed right here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this on right after I put my Sweet Wishes stamp here, and then maybe a candle. I love the fact that this block has a grid on it so you can line it up. And because I want my cupcakes to kind of be at an angle on this card, I'm going to put my Sweet Wishes off to the side. Okay, and that is good. Be sure to wipe my stamps off here. Also going to use that candle stamp. I'm going to just put my candle stamp right here next to my message. And I think I need some color on there, so I'm going to take my pink and green markers I'm going to just color that in, just to give it some color. And I'm just being a little bit more careful since I stamped this right onto the card base. Take some green and just very gently, it has little stripes. I think that'll be really nice to fill that in. And then I have a yellow. I'm gonna light our candle. And I'll just color that whole thing in. And so just that little detail makes a big difference. All right, and so what I'm going to do now is put this right on our base here. And for this card, I just wanted a little bit more of a border on the sides. I just thought that would look pretty nice. Okay. And it's time for the fun part. I'm using my foam mounting squares. And I'm going to start kind of putting these on the card, going kind of in an upward motion to fill up this whole area. And just put one at the top and another one at the bottom. Maybe right around here. Just kind of go up this way and maybe some out here, kind of. Just random. Yep. Great, this is coming out good. I'm really liking the way this is starting to come together. And I'm just going to go up just a little bit, maybe right there. So we'll put another one over here. And that's looking good. It's matching the candle there. Super cute. And as I'm placing these on here, I have another idea. We'll see how it turns out. I'm going to put another one right there. My last one will go right there. And how adorable is that? Now this is what I'm thinking. I've got this border around here, and I thought it'd be nice to add some little dots, just kind of randomly right around, like right in that little white space. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to take my pointed end and just start putting just a little bit, just a couple of little dots. And all I'm doing is filling up some space. I think some of the best cards are the ones that aren't like really pre-planned, where you just kind of say, hey, this will look nice. Let's see if you can see those dots. So I'm just going to continue going up the sides, maybe coming in a little bit. And then I've got another idea that I want to try. And I'm just lightly pressing on here. I'm going to go right around the message here. And there's a little bit of space here. And I'm not going to go too far inside of there. I'll leave that kind of white. So it looks kind of like it has a border. But I'm thinking of something else. I've got a bunch of these little strips of paper, and you probably do too. And so I'm going to see if I can make my own little design, maybe right along the bottom or the top. We'll see. I'm going to make just a little bit of a design on this little strip of paper. And I'm just going to start by putting maybe some random little, I don't know, maybe some circles. Just lightly put some circles along here, using the same colors that I have in the card. And this is a great way for me to use some of the scraps that I have. Let's see, add some green there. Make a border around here maybe, just a little bit. I'm not being perfect with it. I am making some kind of pattern. We'll see what it looks like. I don't know what it is about dots and stitching, but I really just love it. Let's see what we got. Let me take some of the pink again and I'm just freestyling here now. Well, it looks like it's going to be something. Okay. Of course, I'm going back to my gel pen again. And just right in the middle, I'm just going to put a little bit of a, break up some of that color right in the middle here. I am really liking that. So I could either add it right along the bottom here, and that'll give me a little bit of a border, or I could add it right along the top. But I think, let's see. I think I'm going to put it right along the bottom. So let's see if I can use this and kind of go in a straight line here. And like I said, I'm just kind of making this up, going along, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've got that little tiny bit right there coming off of there. Let's see. Take my scissors and just cut that a little bit off, even it up. Okay. Add a few more dots. And I am all finished, and that border actually came out really nice. And what I'm going to do is add a message inside, put some white paper so that I can write a message inside. But we are all done. Our card looks great, and I will post a picture at the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the bottom. Thanks for watching. Bye.